Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, a friendly place where everybody keeps talking to each other. Okay, here we go. Cool. Well, my name is Tom Moore. I don't know if I said that, but I am a practitioner here. And you can recognize us, at least on Sundays, by these purple stoles we wear. We're available for prayer whenever you want to call on us for that, whether it be after service or on individual basis any other time. We've got, let's see, Brian Clarke is going to be performing for us today. Welcome back. I'll let you take the stage. It's all yours.
So happy to be here. Spirit fills the air. Light is everywhere. Love is all around. Feel it in your feet, moving through your bones. Something in the air, right here, right now. So let Spirit say, let the love come down in a mighty stream. Can you hear that sound as our voices rise and our faces shine? Let the rafters ring, this song has wings, let Spirit sing. The rhythm of life goes on and on, takes us through the days and nights, keeps us growing strong. I hear the voice like an angel's cry. It's a song of hope, a song of strength, a song of life. So let Spirit say, love come down in a mighty stream. Listen to the sound as our voices rise and our faces shine. Let the rafters ring, this song has wings, let Spirit sing. Let Spirit sing. Let the love come down right now. Listen to the sound as our voices rise and our spirits shine. Let the rafters ring, this song has wings, let Spirit sing. Let the rafters ring, this song has wings, let Spirit sing. Yeah, let Spirit sing. Let Spirit sing. Let Spirit sing. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice, Brian Clarke. Wow, yeah. Good to have you back again. Well, yeah, this is the Center for Spiritual Living, where we believe that there is one mind, that is the mind of the universe, also called God sometimes, and that is the mind that we use in shaping our own lives. And that's what we're up to here. We have all kinds of stuff that goes on around here, classes and workshops, and there's still going to be lots more of that coming along. And we got a real nifty bookstore and gift store here in that direction, and a social hall down the other direction, and we have potluck Sunday today, so even if you didn't bring food, you can sneak in and probably get some, I'm pretty sure. Anybody here for the first time? We'd just like to recognize you and welcome you. If you are here, we have a gift for you right there. Our ushers will hand you a gift there. Yeah. Glad to have you with us. Hope you have found the right place for you, because we feel at home here, at least I know I do. And we bless you and send you on your journey wherever it may take you. And we're glad it brought you here. Thanks. Good morning. Cool. Okay, I'm going to do an invocation now. So we got to get real quiet and centered here. Yes, there is one mind. That is the mind of God. That's the mind I'm using right now. To recognize the truth, which is that we are all one, because there is only this universe and we're all part of that same creation, that same creator, which has manifest in, through, and as each one of us. And so the divine is here now, because we are. And we can call upon any of the divine qualities that we want to experience or recognize. Things like love, peace, integrity, truth, pure life, and power. That one power is our power. It's the one that moves us, that gets us up and stepping forward in our lives. I call on that right now, knowing that all power is our power to use by aligning our minds with that truth, which is here, now, always. And so I just recognize that, knowing it is the truth. I know it's done as we've spoken here and as we've accepted, by calling on the divine right now. And so let's say together, so it is. Amen. Well, Brian, you're back.
Sometimes we get Spirit helps us out because it cherishes us so much, but that doesn't mean we always get it. So this is a song about that. I'm calling myself out. I hear the wind calling out our names, lost in the refrain, trying to explain. See the signs opening our eyes, missing what lies there in between lines. The lights are on, nobody's home. The lights are on, nobody's home.
nobody's home. I hear the bells ringing at sundown. 10 songs in one sound, lost in the rebound. The blossom breeze washes around me. The word has found me, but cannot arouse me. The lights are on, nobody's home. The lights are on, nobody's home. The lights are on, nobody's home. Prayers they fly across the night sky. Our source replies, often in disguise, often in disguise, often in disguise. You take my hand, lead to the hillside, stars shining bright, patterns of insight. Neath the moon, we gaze up and wonder. Brilliance breathing as the world turns under. The lights are on, nobody's home. The lights are on, nobody's home. The lights are on, nobody's home. Nobody's
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tracy. Good morning. My name is Tracy Samuelson, and I will be doing the announcements for you today. Join us after service today in Scott Hall for our June Artist of the Month reception and community potluck from 12:30 to 2 p.m. This month, we are featuring two very talented artists, Megan Kennedy, a Dot Mandela artist, and Gray Finch, a mixed media artist whose work is rooted in spirituality. Their work will be on display throughout the month of June and available for purchase. Our June book of the month is Wherever You Go, There You Are by John Kabat-Zinn, PhD. For the kiddos, the June book of the month is I Am Peace, a Book of Mindfulness by Susan Verdi. Both books are available in the Rising Thought Gift and Bookstore. Everything in the Rising Thought and Gift Bookstore except Ernest Holmes books and consignment items are 50% off through the end of July to make room for new inventory, so please visit. The CSL Book Club meets this week on Zoom. They started a new book on June 3rd called Creating Money by Sanaya Roman. It's not too late to join in the fun. Please see Marionette in the bookstore to place your order, and remember, your purchase will be 50% off. The Mexican Train Maniacs meet the first and third Thursday each month. Interested in learning or already know how to play? Be sure to join in the fun this Thursday, June 19th at 1 o'clock. For more details, see Marsha Walton or Ann O'Giles. Saturday, June 20th, but you are invited to a sound bath with Sherry Lease. Sherry is skilled in the art of sound therapy and will guide you through a meditation that nourishes both body and soul. The start time is 7 p.m. The cost to attend is $30. A portion of the proceeds goes to CSL. Sign up on cslstl.org or in the bookstore. Also on June 20th, we have a new monthly gathering for women who will meet here at CSL from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. every second Saturday. The Womb Keepers Collective is designed to support women in all the beauty and challenges of being a woman. This sacred space will be held by Pookie Lee and Courtney Valencia. Cost to participate is a $10 love donation. Next Sunday, June 21st, we will have Tansy Apostolova here. Tansy's business, Sacra Zemna, is a St. Louis-based brand rooted in intentional living, ancestral wisdom, and the sacred connection between people and nature. We have her aura mists, hand elixirs, and incense in the bookshop. She will be set up in the lobby before and after service. On Friday, June 26th, we are having CSL Movie Night. We will be featuring What the Beep Do We Know?, where science and spirituality come together in the mind-bending trip down the rabbit hole. We are asking for a $15 love donation, which includes free popcorn. Showtime is 7 p.m. Purchase your ticket on our website or in the Rising Thought gift and bookstore. We invite you to join us for meditation on Sunday starting at 10:30 a.m., 30 minutes before service. The singing bowls are back. Meditation is led by a member of the practitioner corps and is a great way to start your week with a sense of peace and calm. Please be sure to enter the sanctuary quietly after meditation is started. As a friendly reminder, please leave the parking spots on the street in front of the building for those with limited mobility. We kindly ask that everyone else please use the parking lot at the rear of the building. You can find more details about classes and events on our website at cslstl.org. And that's it for the announcements today. Tom, you're next.
Thank you, Tracy. I've got the Leadership Council minute here. I got a lot of roles to fill. It'll be short and quick and sweet. Yes, Reverend Eric will be back. We've reached that agreement and that decision has been made. We're just working out the logistics around all that. His first time with us here will be for a full week, although going forward after that it will be on alternate weekends. So he's going to kind of get the ball rolling here when he shows up for, I think, about 8 days or so. So we're kind of working out some of how that's going to happen and the money stuff and all that sort of thing, but it's happening. So we're looking forward to it. If you haven't experienced him before, fasten your seatbelts. Okay, Brian, one more time.
So the name of this song is Stay Open. And it came from a few text exchanges I had with Michelle, where she gave me some insight into what she was going to speak about today.
Can you hear that sound? And did you feel that breeze? And did you dream last night in your moonlit room? Spirit is speaking to you like she always does. Wisdom ever new, as it always was. So stay open, stay open. Spirit is speaking to you, so stay open. Your revelation hits, and you're not the same. And you can't go back from where you came. Spirit is speaking to you. As you learned before, the chapter ends, and then there's more. So stay open, stay open. When Spirit is speaking to you, stay open. Let the waters of wisdom fill you to the top. When Spirit is speaking, you don't want her to stop. Can't put a lid on that. Don't put a lid on that. Can't ever get too much. Just stay open. Stay open. This is the work we do today for the future we create. We hold the vision. The universe carries the weight. This is what we see. Look up. This is what we see. This is what we see. Look up. This is what we see. Look up now. This is what we see. This is what we see. Everyone belongs, and all the children thrive. Every person is seen, and we know. Yeah, we know we all are one. And everyone belongs, and all the children thrive. Every person is seen, and we know, yes, we know, we all are one. We all are one. And everyone belongs, and all the children thrive, and every person is seen, and we know, yeah, we know, we all are one. We all are one. Spirit is speaking, so stay open. Stay open.
Thank you, Brian. It's a pleasure as always. Well, we're going to have our message here in a minute from Michelle Edwards. She's a love and relationship coach, author of In Came Love, and I find her saying a lot of worthwhile things, even just conversing with her. She's a good person to know, and I think she's going to tell us some stuff we want to hear. So, Michelle, come on up.
Yes, thank you. So, hi. A couple of things, Brian. Divine inspiration, of all things, did not add that into my talk. So we're just going to assume that it's in everything. of course. So I love the song, The Lights Are On, But No One's Home. That was a wonderful segue because I wanted to initially talk about a few months ago, for those of you that don't know, I had a big fall. Like I literally fell, I broke my skull, I was concussed. The lights were on, but nobody was home for at least a couple weeks, and even occasionally still. I had a minor traumatic brain injury, is what I was given the form to read. I was concussed, I had the inability to concentrate or remember. So maybe I took this idea that had been simmering in my head for a little while, this whole idea of open at the top, a little too literally when I slipped on that ice. Thinking. But it did give me that blank space. You know, the lights were on, no one was home. I had that in-between thought was extended, and I was consciously having to unthink in order to reset my brain and restore my ability to think. That helped me to heal and helped me to be present in this moment. And I think that it's actually very much in line with where we're going today. So Ernest Holmes created Science of Mind to be open. He said, anything that comes along that's better than what I've got, I want to know about it. Because he wanted it to be adaptable. He wanted to be open to new insights, fresh ideas, and new ways to present this philosophy. He wanted to keep it relevant and alive. That's why we say Science of Mind is evolving and living, because it is constantly flowing. For more about Ernest Holmes, check out the book Open at the Top. It's all about his life. So when I talk about things, often I bring into the practicalities, right? So I want to talk about how we close ourselves off from being open at the top. And a lot of these I will take ownership of in my own life. Already knowing. We become experts, professionals. We already know. I already know that truth that you're trying to tell me, Michelle. I already know. So we rest in our intelligence and we rest in our knowledge and wisdom, which is wonderful, but it's not the last step. Be confident, but remain open, because when you close off, you already know, then you're done learning. I bring this example up a lot when I'm coaching people. I hear, my partner would never. They would never, so they don't even ask, right? They don't even ask. Well, maybe your partner would if you gave them the option, if you asked them. You assume that they wouldn't because of their behaviors in the past, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't, given the option. So instead, we pigeonhole them and put them in a narrow box. We remove their autonomy by taking away the choice in the moment. We remove their ability to grow and expand in that choice. So what do we do instead? We get curious. We ask them, would you ever consider? Maybe they'll say no. Maybe they'll say yes. We also limit our possibilities by believing that our only options are the ones that are right here in front of us. We think that our choices are X, Y, and Z. But that's influenced by our stories, the stories of our lives, which are our mistakes. They are our past hurts. Ernest Holmes said, never limit your view of life by any past experiences. The past doesn't indicate the present or the future. It simply happened. Perhaps a new story is being written. So staying open to new possibilities. Ernest goes on to say, as our thought is opened and we behold the image of eternity within ourselves, we're changed by this image into a newness of life. I have to say that's what happened when I fell. I had to step beyond what I was experiencing into what was possible. And by allowing that possibility to come in. Being in that blank space felt like infinity. It was like pure presence, my presence, and maybe spirit. My book was intentionally closed, but I'm currently writing a new one. Other ways we close ourselves up from being open at the top, needing to be right. I'm sure none of us have ever experienced that, nor do we ever see it in society or in the news 24/7. I once experienced this wonderful talk by someone who really laid it out there about the I'm right. If you're listening to someone and you're like, they're right, they're wrong, you're simply giving value to your own beliefs, because if they're right, I know they're right, so I'm right. If they're wrong, I know they're wrong, so I'm right. See how that works? Tricky. We also tend to make assumptions. That's a really easy thing to do. Just go back to that example of the couples, right? We assume someone's going to behave a certain way or be a certain way by either their past behaviors or by how they're presenting themselves to us. So what do? We have to kind of check in with ourselves. Sometimes we let bias go unchecked, judgment go unchecked. It confirms what we already believe about people. Or we could get curious about them. We can get curious about ourselves and what we believe. What makes me believe that? Seems like a simple question, but it's one we tend to forget in the moment. Seek to understand. Asking open-ended questions, being present with people, listening to understand. There's so much rush to judgment, rigid beliefs, and bias in our society, and we have to be that change. In the Gottman Institute, who has developed a beautiful relationship research institute and in classes and things for therapists to guide them, they have what's called the 7 principles of making marriage work. It works for all relationships. But there's one of the principles, which is letting yourself be influenced, and this does not mean on social media. It's acknowledging another person's perspective. It's being open to it, making space for it in your mind and in your body. It's allowing yourself to be adaptable according to that other person's point of view. All of these things I had a really intense experience with once. So how many of you have heard of Burning Man? Yeah? Okay. So it might surprise you to know that I'm considered a burner because I've been to some local and regional burns. My very first experience at a burn was intense. I was with a dear friend who said, there are some things that cannot be unseen. And he was absolutely right, absolutely right. Because I saw people that were dyed head to toe in pink. I saw people wearing costumes of all sorts. I saw people doing things that I have never seen before in my entire life, nor would I ever have imagined. Ever. And I'm pretty imaginary. I'm pretty imaginative. But the thing about Burning Man and other events like that is it blows your mind open. And I want to invite you to do that. Try and find experiences to blow your mind open. Because in that time, I discovered people who created experiences of whimsy and of delight who created awe and wonder. Imagine how many people here know about the Muppets and Beaker on the Muppets. Imagine 15 Beakers running from campsite to campsite, having a party wherever they go. It's pretty crazy, right? Pretty awesome, too. You can't help but feel inspired, feel joyful, and a little bit curious. Who are the people that are being Beaker right now? Like, who's in that mask? Oliver Wendell Holmes said, "A mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions." Stretch your minds. Awe, wonder, whimsy, and delight. I personally believe those are the direction of healing. I was captivated by the ICE protests in Portland. I was constantly trying to figure out what they were going to do next. What other inflatable costume are they going to bring out? What other ways are they going to show their resistance, right? They had concerts, they did art, so many beautiful things that they brought to the table, and it just somehow magically seemed to work. I don't know. The best-selling author Donald Miller called whimsy that nagging idea that life could be magical. Dressing up in a frog costume to go to a protest was pretty whimsical to me. Whimsy is playful, imaginative, childlike, lighthearted. If you've ever been called a dreamer, raise your hand. Yeah. What's that song? They say I'm a dreamer, I'm not the only one. Yeah. We're a bunch of whimsical beings. Delight is pleasure and satisfaction, like the delight of a baby when they experience a new flavor or a new sensation. My oldest child, Emily, I will never forget when she was 6 months old. I took her out to the grass for the first time, barefooted. I just held her over the grass, and she could feel it tickling the bottoms of her feet, and she just danced her feet on that grass. She was delighted by the sensation of the grass under her feet. True delight is in finding rather than knowing. That's by Isaac Asimov. If you don't know Isaac Asimov, foundation. Wonder, joy-filled amazement. There's a magician, Nate Stanforth, that says, wonder is seeing things the way you saw them before they became ordinary. With wonder, you're filled with profound imagination. The 7 wonders of the world. I've been to Egypt. I saw the pyramids. We still wonder, how the heck did they do that? We know what the scientists are saying. We know what the archaeologists are saying. But still, how did they do that? It's amazing. And then awe. Awe is that feeling we get when we're in the presence of something so vast that it challenges our understanding of the world. It's a mystical experience. Awe is staring at the edge of the Grand Canyon, a little bit afraid of the depth, but enthralled with the beauty. The late poet Andrea Gibson said, awe is the most powerful medicine in the world. I've never felt awe and shame at the same time. Awe and judgment at the same time. Awe and loneliness at the same time. If you don't believe me, tell me the last time you saw anything bite with its jaw dropped. Right? Personally, just saying whimsy, delight, wonder, and awe brings a smile to my face and a warmth in my heart. I really do believe that that's our personal path of healing and the healing that the world needs right now. So I definitely needed that fall in some kind of way. I'm reluctant to say it. Gosh darn it. It helped me to stay present. Help me to stay open, adaptable, flexible, out of my head. And I encourage you, like Ernest, to find ways to be open, adaptable, curious, and present. Seek out people and opportunities, places that will help you experience whimsy, delight, awe, and wonder today, if possible. Tomorrow, for sure. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to give a special thanks to the people who held me in prayer and consciousness and sent love and healing to me during my recovery. And I especially want to thank this guy here for caretaking me for a minimum of 2.5 weeks while I did nothing.
Michelle, I'm glad for your healing. Welcome. Will our wealth gatherers come forward, please? This is the time when we collect some of our finances, and so we'll say a little prayer here. I know that these collection dishes are full, overflowing, and pressed down, because we are blessed with the endless abundance of this universe, both in our individual or apparently individual lives and in the life of this center. We've got a good thing here, and the world needs to hear about it and experience it. And I see more and more people drawn to this energy that is alive here in this center now. And we are blessed in all kinds of ways with creative thought, with new energy, and of course with the finances to support and grow all that. I see it true, I see it now, and I see it really big. We are blessed. This is the truth. So it is, and so I let it be. Amen.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Okay, we're just about done here, and remember we have a potluck going on over there in Scott Hall, which is out the door to the left and left again. Take advantage of that big sale going on in the bookstore, half off just about everything, and we're going to get some other stuff in. So just one little wrap-up prayer here. I know it is good, I know it's God, I know it's here, and I know it's now. living through each one of us as we gather here and then go our own apparently separate ways. We are living that life, feeling that power, and knowing that it's all good right now. And so it is. Amen. One more song, Brian. Let's do it.
Let's go old school. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa! This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, whoa, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.